Theo, darling, I'm just at the shops now. I see a lot of really cool chocolates and sweets on special. What do you say? Would you like me to pick you up a bar? I'm pretty sure that'll put you in good spirits, right? I'll get you one of your favorites. In fact, you know what? There's a sale, right? We should take advantage of this. Maybe we should buy as much as possible. That way, anytime you get sad, you can just go to the fridge and bam, there it is for you. Are you there? Darling, give me an answer, please. I'm so worried about you.
Hey, Mom. Yeah, alright, sure. Get the chocolate bars then. Don't worry about me, I'm doing fine.
Oh, come on, sweetie. Don't say that. You're not exactly putting your mother at ease. Come on, talk to me. What you've dealt with is such a heavy event. Ever since what's happened, you haven't talked to me even once. That sweet, happy child that would wake up with a big good morning and a smile on his face doesn't even come out of his room for the whole day. Do you know how that makes me feel? Do you know what it's like to be a mother and have your son doing this?
Look, Mom, I just don't feel like talking to anyone at the moment. I just want to keep to myself. I just want to sit here and play games.
So that's what you've been doing in that room, huh? I guess you're trying to cope with it somehow. Look, I just want you to know that I'm always here for you. I'm always going to be here for you. You can wake me up in the middle of the night if you want. We can talk about things. I know how much he meant to you.
Mom?
Yes, darling, what's going on?
I just don't get it. I just don't know why this happened. Can you tell me that? Why did he have to go away? Why did he have to get hit by that car? It just doesn't make sense. It's not fair. I thought Dad was a good person. I thought I was a good person. This type of thing shouldn't happen to good people, right? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Look, darling, I know it's really hard to process. And if I'm being honest, I can't really give you an answer. Sometimes these things just happen, especially to people like your father.
I'm sorry, what do you mean people like my dad? What is my dad like?
Well, you know, your father isn't exactly the brightest of people. He's always been careless. Even before him and I got married, there were times where he slipped up a lot.
He slipped up? I don't know what you mean, Mom.
Well, look, he wasn't exactly the brightest of people. This little accident he had crossing the road isn't something that surprises me, especially given what happened on that train.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about? What train?
Oh, you don't know? I think your father tried to hide that from you. I think he was a little embarrassed about it. Well, basically, he was on the train to work one day and he was busy doing something on his phone. I think he was playing one of those dating simulation games. I know he was married to me and he loved me, but he was really into that type of thing. So, anyway, one day he was way too into it and the train actually went past his stop. He had his earphones in, so he didn't notice when the train went past the station. At some point, he sneezed and it kind of woke him up. He took a good look at his surroundings and he saw that he had just passed the station he was meant to get off at. At that point, he panicked. There was no way he was going to be late for work. Can you guess what he did from that point on?
I'm not really sure. Maybe he called the company and said he was going to be late that day?
Of course not. A person like your dad doesn't really have that type of rational way of thinking. No, instead he actually pulled the emergency brakes.
He did what now?
Yeah, exactly. He pulled the emergency brakes, having the train stop abruptly all of a sudden. At that point, he tried to get the train doors to open. All he had to do was press the button and they would have opened. But he was trying to do it with his bare hands.
Wow, are you kidding me right now, Mom? He actually did something like this?
He sure did. I'm sorry. Are you actually surprised about this? I thought you actually knew your father.
I didn't know he would do something as silly as that.
Yeah, well, the more you know, I guess. Anyway, the fact that he had a series of events like this, it doesn't surprise me that he got hit by that car the other day. I'm assuming that he didn't have the sense to actually check the road and make sure everything was safe. We're going to be getting a lot of money from his life insurance, but according to the driver, he said that your dad just jumped out of nowhere. It looked like he was in a rush for something. Maybe he was even late to work.
Mom, I don't really want to talk about this now. It's kind of making me uncomfortable. I didn't really think Dad was the type of guy to do that type of thing.
All right. No, I'm sorry, honey. I was in the wrong for doing that. You're still a young boy. I know you look at your father with a lot of pride. I don't want to destroy that image of him. I was just trying to explain what happened and why.
Mom, I really miss Dad.
Really, honey? What do you miss most about him?
I miss everything. I miss the stupid jokes that he used to say at the dinner table. I miss seeing him before he would walk out the door and go to work. And most of all, I miss those times where he would stay up late at night behind your back and play games with me.
I know, honey. I'm so sorry. I know this is really hard for you to cope with. But hey, did you guys actually stay up behind my back? I knew that was happening. He kept trying to deny it and lie to me. That man. But here's the thing, Theo. I know this is a rough time for you, and it's going to be hard to get over the death of your father. You're only a young boy now, and you've only recently started school. I know your mind's going to wander. I know things are going to be hard on you. You're my little boy. I care about you more than anything in the world. Now that your father's gone, I'm going to be the one earning the money. I'm going to get back into my old job. Thankfully, it pays quite a bit, so we should be fine. I don't want you to worry about a thing. Your mother's in charge now.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks a lot. I know that you must be really sad about Dad dying too. As much as you want to talk about how much of a goof he was, I know that deep down inside, you still love him. And you know what? If you're going to be trying hard, I'm going to do my best too. You're going to be so stressed out from working all the time. I don't think that you can clean and do the cooking. I don't know how to do it yet, but I'm going to learn how. I'm going to cook for both of us. I'm going to take care of you as well.
No, I'm not going to let you do that.
Huh? Why?
Because I'm just not. It's not right. What type of a mother could I call myself if I actually make my son do that after he's had the experience he just had? It's not fair on you. I'm not going to push that burden on you. I want you to relax and take it easy.
Are you sure? Mom, it's fine, really. I mean, I know it must be really hard at first, but I'm sure I can get the hang of it. I've always wanted to give back to you and Dad. I think that this is a good time.
No, I want you to listen to me, Theo, as your mother. I want you to just spend the time to sort yourself out. Make sure your emotions are in order. I don't need you to do the cooking. I mean, yes, it's going to be stressful for me. It's going to be hard to work and do the cleaning and cook at the same time. But that doesn't mean I can't do it. It's just my duty. I'm your parent at the end of the day.
But you're gonna be so tired, Mom. Oh, please, just let me help you.
No, and that's the last time I'm saying it. All I want you to do is just what you've always done. Be a little boy. Go play games. Just go enjoy yourself. You don't need to do anything. You've got a strong, independent mother that's gonna take care of you.
Okay, Mom, if you say so. I guess I'll just play games and wait for you to do everything then.
That's right. That's exactly what I want you to do. Let me tell you right now, Theo, that things aren't going to be easy from this point on, but I'm going to do my best. I need to warn you that there might not be a chance for me to spend time with you. I might not be at home as much as you think I am.
What do you mean by that, Mom? Are you trying to say that we won't get time to hang out?
Probably not. To keep up with the housework and keep our heads above water financially, I'm going to have to take 2 jobs. I'm going to be working during the week and the weekend. That means I'm going to cook enough food for you so that whenever you get hungry, you just go to the fridge and take it out from there. You can microwave it and then bam, there's your meal.
Are you serious, Mom? I don't want that to happen. I want to spend time with you. Oh, I'm gonna be so lonely. I don't want to just sit here and play games all the time. Can you please work a way around it? Do you really have to get a second job?
Look, I know it's tough on you, but it's just the situation that we're in. We can't do anything to change it. We just have to adapt to it. I know you're going to be lonely, but you have those games, right? Surely it's not going to be as bad as you think it is.
I know, but I'm gonna miss you. I don't want to be alone all the time.
I know, darling. I know. Look, you just tell me whatever you want, and I'm going to go get it for you. Any games you want? Anything at all? Anything that's going to keep your mind preoccupied? I'm going to go get that for you. Okay? I hope that makes up for the fact that I'm not going to be there for you emotionally. So what do you think about that? That's not such a bad deal, don't you think?
I don't know, Mom. I mean, I like games, but I like my mom more. I'd rather spend time with you than just play games all the time.
I know, darling. I know. I'll do my best to create that time with us. But my best can only take me so far. Anytime I am with you, I promise you can have my full attention. We'll do whatever you want. We'll have as much fun as you want. Surely that's going to make up for it.
Okay, Mom. Look, I get it. It's fine. I don't think I have a choice. I just have to accept the way things are now.
I know it's going to be tough, honey, but we'll make it through this. Now look, I'm going to be home in a couple minutes. I've got some of your favorite chocolates, so I hope you're looking forward to it.
Hey, I just want to say thanks again for giving me a hand today. If you weren't there, I don't know what I would have done. What did you say your name was again? Was it May or something? Sorry, I was in a bit of a rush, so I didn't really have much time to properly hear your name.
It was Mia. My name is Mia? That's fine. I was also in a little bit of a rush myself. Your name was Theo, right?
Well, look at that. At least one of us remembered. That's pretty funny. Anyway, thanks for exchanging numbers with me as well. I was kind of worried that you wouldn't want to trade numbers with me because we only talked for a little bit of time.
Yeah, well, I did think it was a bit weird, to be honest. I mean, let's face it, you and I both were in a rush, but you still wanted to trade numbers. I was really confused as to why you would want to do that.
Yeah, well, what can I say? It's not every day that I get to talk to a pretty girl. I'm gonna jump on the chance when I get it, you know?
Oh, wow. Is that what that was about? You found me attractive or something, did you?
Something along those lines. I think you have pretty eyes. But what am I doing right now? You must get this type of thing all the time. You must be so annoyed about hearing it. I don't know. What should we talk about instead? Do you like the weather?
Hey, Theo, come on. Just settle down. Everything's fine. You don't need to act all flustered or anything. In fact, I don't get told any compliments that much, so I'm quite surprised that you're actually interested in me.
Are you serious? A really headstrong girl like you doesn't get much attention? I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, well, it's exactly as you said, headstrong. I mean, I'm not like all the other girls. I don't go out there trying to look really pretty or impress anyone. I don't exactly need anyone else's validation either.
Is that so? So that means my compliment didn't have any effect on you, does it?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I could tell that you're being very genuine. It was coming from a good place. At least you're not like one of these creeps that are just saying things because they want something from me.
Well, that's good to hear. I guess I didn't really screw up my first impression then, huh?
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. I mean, my first impression of you was a guy that was so clumsy and incompetent that he couldn't even put gasoline into his car. It's not exactly the best first impression, but you managed to make up for it in the end.
Okay, hey, come on. It's only like my 10th time going to the gas station ever since I got my license. Give a guy a break. You know these types of things take time, right? You don't exactly master it straight away.
I'm not so sure about that. I mean, if you've been going to the gasoline station 10 times, I wonder what happened the other 9 times. Who knows? Maybe this is your little gig. You try and talk to a pretty girl, make her help you, then get her number or something.
Oh, no. That's not what I do at all. That's not the type of guy that I am. Honestly, I haven't even had a girlfriend in my whole life. Whoops. Should I have said that? Oh, damn, I am such an idiot. Look, I don't really know how to react in this situation. I mean, this is even the first time that I'm texting a girl.
Is it really? Now that would explain all the weird and quirky behavior.
Oh no, ugh, look at that. I screwed it up. You think I'm weird and quirky, don't you? There's no way that you would date a guy like me. I can't believe it. Why am I so stupid? Why couldn't I just say something normal? You even think it's weird that I couldn't fill up my car today, right?
Well, look, I'm not gonna lie. Watching you try and put gas into your car when it was parked the other way around was quite bizarre. I mean, there's no way the hose was gonna reach that far.
Yeah, look, I don't know. If I just had a little bit more of an extension, I think it definitely could have reached. I mean, I was quite hopeful.
Yeah, well, I was watching you for about 5 minutes. I mean, I parked my car, went to the store to look at some goods and buy some things for the road. I finally got around to paying for everything, and you were still out there trying clumsily to get that hose in.
Yeah, well, thankfully, with your advice, we managed to do it, right? We make such a good team, don't we? It's kind of a good omen for things to come from this point on, don't you think?
Yeah, look, I'm not sure if my advice was enough to help you there. I mean, I told you that you had to spin your car around and park it the opposite direction. You gave me a thank you, and then when you started to drive, you accidentally had the car in reverse instead of drive. It took you a while to notice that, too. I was afraid you were going to hit the car behind you.
Yeah, well, there wasn't anything to fear. I managed to get it in the end, didn't I?
After about 20 minutes, I guess, you finally got that gas in your car, didn't you?
I sure did. Biggest achievement of the month.
I wonder what goes on for the other days of the month.
Look, you don't want to know. Anyway, you said that I wasn't really leaving a good impression on you because I was really clumsy putting gas into my car, right? I'm really curious. Have I started to ease you up a little bit? What would you think if you and I went on, like, a date or something? Well, you know, not even like a date. Maybe just like a walk in the park where we hold hands or something?
A date? This quickly?
Oh, crap. Maybe I asked that too fast. What am I meant to do? Am I meant to, like, text you or something? I'm sorry if I creeped you out. I'm really not used to this type of thing.
No, look, it's fine. Don't think too much about it. In all honesty, I'm not really creeped out. I'm more intrigued, if anything.
You're intrigued by me?
Yeah, I've never really met a person like you, Theo. I mean, sure, you're clumsy as hell and you're very awkward, but it's kind of a breath of fresh air. You know, something different for once.
Oh, really? Well, what type of people are you used to usually?
Oh, you know, just jerks.
Really, jerks?
Yeah, like the place where I work at the moment has a lot of really hardworking guys that are determined to make a lot of money. They look at me as some rival and they always try to put me down, especially for the fact I'm a girl. None of them look at me as some sort of person that they would love to date. All they want to do is try and beat me and brag about it later. It's really annoying, to be honest.
Oh, wow. I know those types of guys. I'm not too fond of them either. I mean, they sound like the type of guys that were bullying me in high school and stuff.
Yeah, you know what? They probably were. I mean, they definitely bully me when I'm at work, so I'm pretty sure you would have been easy pickings for them.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, I'm just saying a goof like you is a pretty easy target.
Ouch. Well, that kind of hurts. It hurts more than when the bullies were hitting me at school.
Interesting. I'm really wondering about what past you used to have. Well, anyway, those are the types of guys I have to deal with on a daily basis. You're nothing like them. I can actually see that you're really sweet.
Oh, wow. Really? Me sweet? Well, thank you. I think you're very hip.
I'm sorry, what now?
Oh, crap. Hold on. No, I didn't mean hip. I mean, what should I say? I'm not really sure about something cool that I can say to you. Crap. I can't think of anything.
It's okay, Theo. Just call me sweet if you want.
Are you sure? Are you not going to be bored by that? I mean, you just called me sweet.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just a compliment at the end of the day. You don't need to make it so complicated.
Are you serious? I thought people got bored of normal compliments. I thought you had to be really cool and creative with it.
Well, as long as you're being genuine, I'll take anything.
Oh, wow, really? Okay then. Well, look, Mia, I think you're very sweet too. I can tell that you're a very good person as well. I think a lot of girls would have just looked at me, laughed, and just ran off and did their own thing. But you actually came up and helped me.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I do. I like to help people, especially guys like you.
Guys like me?
Yeah, guys that don't really know what they're doing. I mean, it's so different from the guys that I have to deal with on an everyday basis. They're constantly trying to do things for me, constantly trying to make it look like I don't know what I'm doing. But a guy like you just accepts what help I can give and just appreciates it. I find it really cute, to be honest.
Wow, I'm kind of getting flustered right now. I mean, I thought I was the one that liked you. Maybe it's the other way around.
Well, hey, maybe we both like each other. That's a pretty good sign, isn't it?
But are you sure you like a guy like me, Mia? I mean, think about it. I know that you don't really like those guys at work, but you would have a pretty good dating life outside of work, don't you?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say that. I mean, let's face it, I'm not the prettiest girl out there. Whenever I go on a date, guys will tell me how pretty I am. They always try to talk me up, try to flatter me. There's something about them, though. I can always sense a weird energy from them. I can always feel that they're not being genuine with me. Everything they say isn't real. They've got some sort of agenda. And then usually, if I string along with them for long enough, they try to use me for my body. Or even worse, try to get a stab at my money.
At your money?
Yeah, that's right. My money. You see, the thing is that I'm quite a hard worker. I've worked myself to a really good position. I'm very well respected. As you know, a good salary tends to come with that as well, so I earn quite a bit of money.
How much do you earn? Can I ask that? Is that okay to ask? Are you going to get annoyed at me?
It's fine. Ask whatever you want. I'm very comfortable talking with you. To give you an answer, I earn somewhere within the range of $100,000 to $200,000. I'm not going to give you an exact amount.
Wow, you earn over $100,000? That is insane. What type of work are you doing?
It's pretty dry. I mean, I enjoy it, but I just know that other people detest this type of thing. The part that they want to hear the most about is the money. Anytime I meet a guy on some sort of date, he'll ask about my job, and then he'll slowly become disinterested. He'll start looking away, start sipping on his drink, pull out his phone even.
Are you kidding me? That is pretty rude, don't you think?
It is rude, isn't it? You know, it's even more rude after me talking about that whole thing. They finally bring their attention back and just ask me how much money I make. That's the point where I just stand up, thank them for their time, and just go home.
Wow, that is some girl power right there.
Yeah, look, you can praise me for what I did, but at the end of the day, I still feel like I lost. I mean, here I am trying to find a genuine guy that actually likes me for me, and every time I go on a date like that, it's just wasted time. It's more time that I could just spend working, or maybe even spend with a proper person that actually likes me.
Sounds like you've had it rough until this point, Mia.
Yeah, unlike you, I can imagine you getting a lot of attention.
What, are you kidding me now? Me? A guy like me? No way, I'm not that type of guy at all. I get like no girls at all.
Really? I find that super hard to believe. A super sweet guy with a soul like yours? I know girls would latch onto that thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure about that. I mean, I kind of creep them out, you know, or not even that. Maybe they're just unattracted to me.
Oh, really? Now?
Yeah, like there's something about me. They don't feel like I know what I'm doing. They don't feel like I'm in control of everything. They kind of get turned off by that. I mean, I'm really surprised that you're even still talking to me right now. I thought for sure that I would have done something or said something that really got on your nerves.
Yeah, well, look, I'm not gonna lie. You really are a quirky guy, but to say that I'll get annoyed by you is a different story. Just the fact that you're always generous is really attractive to me. I mean, some people out there just fake their generosity. They fake being a good person, but I can tell that you're a good person to your core.
Honestly, you think that?
I sure do. In fact, if you're fine with it, I'd love to take you up on your offer. How about me and you go on a date sometime?
Whoa. Really? Are you serious? Oh my god. Wow, you're taking me out? I thought for sure when I asked you before that you were gonna reject me. Now you're actually interested in me.
Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, I'll be honest. Whether or not you and I are going to be able to start a relationship is a different story. I mean, you and I are very different people. In contrast to you, I'm a really hard worker and have a lot of goals. There's things that I want to achieve. You, on the other hand, seem like a different type of person. What do you do in the first place? What's your job?
Oh, me? Well, I actually don't have a job, come to think of it.
Wow, are you serious? You're at the age that you are now and you don't have a job? How have you been making it this far? I mean, the age of 30 is just around the corner, right? Surely you have to get a job at some point.
Yeah, I know. I get that. I really do. The fact of the matter is that I've never had to get a job in the first place. I've always had things taken care of for me.
Are you serious? Did you just come from a rich family or something?
No, nothing like that. My family were normal working class people. When I was really young, my dad got hit by a car as he was crossing a road. He was entered into life insurance and my mom and I managed to get a really big payout for it. We left the money in the bank account for me to use when I was an adult. In the meantime, my mom was working to cover the expenses we needed to pay for, you know, like rent and food.
Okay, interesting. So you really haven't had a job in your whole life then?
Nope, not once. I have got no idea what it's like to work.
So you've just been living off that life insurance, right? Guess you're really set then. Lucky you, you don't need to work.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't exactly say that's the case. My mother and I got a really decent payout. But ever since I became an adult, that money's been disappearing quite quickly.
Oh, really now? I wonder where you spend your money then.
Well, actually, I'm a really passionate gamer. It's something that I like to do. I spend a lot of my money on games and buying special loot boxes and whatnot. It is really fun. You should give it a go sometime.
So you like games, do you? I have to say I'm not really a fan. I have played them in the past, but they're not really for me. I have to say, Theo, you're a really interesting person. I'm not sure if I can really date you at all, but I definitely want to get to know you more.
Wow, do you really?
Yeah, I want to come see you this Friday. I'm going to take you to one of my favorite restaurants. I want you to dress presentable, okay?
Oh, wow. No way. I can't believe this. Am I actually gonna have a date? Oh, this is amazing. I've never had this type of thing in my life. Don't worry, I am gonna dress to impress. You are gonna like what you see. I promise you that much.
Hey, Holly. Look, I know you're feeling pretty upset about what happened today. I know what it's like. Sometimes we make a really big mistake at work, and then people around us look down on us for it. I don't want to say that I've had that experience a lot, but I've had it more than enough times to know how it feels. I just want you to know that it's fine, and no one's going to look at you harshly for it. These things happen. I know you have a little bit of a sensitive soul, so I thought I should message you and console you a little bit. Oh my God, Mia! Thank you! Thank you so much! You're such a caring manager. You're probably one of the best managers I've ever had. I'm so glad that you said that to me. You don't have any idea how worried I was. I mean, I thought I was gonna walk into work the next day and people would tell me to get fired or something. So you honestly forgive me for what happened? Well, look, I don't want to sit here and just say that everything's fine and that we're not going to be set back by this, but we can't sit here and be bitter about it forever. It is what it is. It happens. We're just going to have to do something about it from this point on. Thanks so much, Mia. You really are a good manager. I'm going to try and do my best. I want to be exactly like you someday. Okay, well, that's good to hear. You know, you're one of our newest employees and you're very young. You're still trying to work your way around things here. I know at some point you're going to get the hang of it and you'll be a superstar. But it's probably going to take time until that happens. I just want you to know that you have my full support. Thanks, Mia. Honestly, I appreciate it. I just need to ask, though, because today's mistake was quite out there. I mean, we've never had this happen in the company before. Is everything okay with you recently? Oh, me? Yeah, sure. Everything's fine. Why? Are you worried or something? Yeah, look, kind of. I mean, I just can't help but suspect that something is going on in your personal life. I mean, it's been about a year since you've worked here, and in the first 6 months we didn't have many issues. I mean, you were still learning, and there were a couple of mistakes here and there, but there was nothing major. Lately, I've seen an increase in really clumsy mistakes on your behalf, though. I'm just starting to wonder if your mind is in the right place right now. Maybe you have some things going on and you don't really want to think about work. I'm your manager, so it's up to me to think about employees and know where their headspace is at. So if anything is on your mind, I just want you to know that you can talk to me about it. Okay, well, it seems like you really read me like a book, don't you? And not only are you really good at work, but you actually know people. That's pretty cool. If I'm allowed to speak honestly with you, I am having some issues lately. There is something I'm worried about. Okay, well, my door is open. Feel free to talk about anything you want. Is it something to do with family? Maybe a pet died or something? Maybe you lost a lot of money on some sort of investment? I definitely know how that feels. That one really tears you apart. No, it's nothing like that. I don't deal with anything as complicated as assets or whatever. The thing that I'm dealing with lately is a breakup. I just broke up with some guy. Oh boy. Okay, well, I know exactly how that feels. Really? Someone like you? Of course. Breakups hurt, don't they? I know, but you always seem so strong and independent. I thought a little thing like a breakup would never hurt you, Mia.
No, trust me, I've had my fair share of bad guys. Every single one of them really tore into me.
Wow, no kidding. But you have that sweet boyfriend, right? That guy you always talk about?
Yeah, look, I've got him. At the end of the day, I was lucky that a decent guy actually crossed paths with me.
So you really like him, do you?
I mean, sure, he's awesome. I'll admit that he's not like every other guy out there. He's not the most confident. He's not the most good-looking. He has a habit of wasting money, but he has something that I care about even more, and that's heart. He really has a good heart. Honestly, I can tell that he cares about me.
Oh, really? In what way does he show it? Like, does he buy you flowers and stuff? Is he really sweet?
That's exactly what he is. He does all those types of things. He gets me flowers, he remembers my birthday, he remembers anniversaries. He does anything he can do to make me happy. It's true that a lot of people say that I can do better than him, but in all honesty, I can't see myself with anyone but him. I don't think anyone else could make me as happy as he does.
Wow, Mia. You have no idea how jealous I am. That just sounds so dreamy. It's what I want. It's what I want more than anything.
Oh, really now?
Yeah. Like, I'm going through the same thing that you did. I keep seeing these jerks and they're driving me crazy.
Oh boy, yeah, I know those types.
You know how I'm feeling, right? Like we're there on a date and I just feel like it's all about them. They want to talk about all the amazing things they've done, all the things that they own, how awesome they are, how cool they are. It's never about me. And you know what? Whenever they do talk about me, it's always something so superficial. They just keep giving me these empty compliments, and in all honesty, I don't really feel like they look at me as a person. They just think I'm some stupid girl that will do anything they want if she gets called pretty.
Yeah, well, it's good that you're catching on fast. I mean, I certainly didn't realize that type of thing for a while.
Really? So you're actually saying that I might have a chance, right?
Maybe. You could just do the tactic I did and just stick it out. Hopefully someone good's gonna come along. You know what I mean.
I hope so. I really do. Because at this point, I'm not really sure what to do.
How are you meeting these guys anyway? Are you going to some sort of social gathering? Maybe a party or something?
I used to do that, but that place was a breeding ground for guys that are just looking for a quick fix. I don't think any of them actually go there to genuinely enjoy themselves. They're just hoping they can get something out of it at the end of the night.
Fair enough. Well, how do you meet these guys then?
Well, actually, I'm a little bit ashamed about it, but I've had to use those dating apps.
Dating apps?
Yeah, I'm on all of them. I'm hoping one of them has a decent pool of guys and that I'm going to be able to pick one up. But if I'm being honest, it just doesn't feel like that. I feel like I just keep getting the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, look, I know how that feels.
I don't know why this has to happen to me, Mia. I mean, what do you think about me? Am I really that much of a bad girl?
Well, look, I don't know if bad is the correct word for it.
Well, if that's the case, what am I doing wrong? Why is it that I can't get the type of guy I want? I mean, I'm not that bad looking. I feel like I have a lot to offer. I just want to meet someone that wants to go on cute dates with me, thinks the world of me, works together with me. I want someone that wakes up in the morning and gives me breakfast in bed, treats me like a princess. And you know what? I want to do the same for that person too. I want to give my all to them. I want them to feel like I add value to their life, like I'm helping them with something. I don't want to be some meat bag that a guy can use for a night or two.
Yeah, look, I don't know what to say. I can't give you an answer for any of that. You know what? Despite all of your misses at work, I can tell that you're a really good girl. Holly, I really hope that you find someone.
Thanks, Mia.
What happened in your previous relationships? If you're this much of a good person, I wonder why they broke down in the past.
Well, actually, that's just the thing. I've never had a relationship before.
Wow, are you kidding me?
Yeah, Yeah, that's right. I've never fully given myself away to someone. I'm waiting for that right person, which is why it really annoys me when I meet the jerks all the time.
No way. I have to be honest. That's really rare. A lot of people would have some sort of experience by now at your age.
Hey, are you saying that to diss me?
No, not at all. I actually think it's a really good thing. I know that the first person that you meet and actually give yourself away to is going to be really appreciative of it. I just hope you keep up that good attitude and find someone that's just right for you.
Thanks, Mia. That means a lot. I know that if I ever met a jerk that you and maybe even my dad would sort him out for me.
Oh yeah, I definitely would. As your manager and as someone that cares about how you function at work, I would definitely have a word or two with that type of guy that plays with your emotions like that. And you're saying that your dad would join me as well?
Oh yeah, my dad is way protective of me. In fact, I'm so grateful for him. There have been a lot of times where I was going to date a guy, and then he gave me some wise advice. He told me to be careful of them and really test their intentions. It's because of that I've been able to stay safe so far. I really owe him a lot.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a really good father right there. Well, if you ever have an issue, Holly, just let me or your father know. We'll go sort out that person together.
Oh yeah, thanks a lot. I really appreciate that, Mia. Anyway, you know what? It's getting late, and I know you don't want to be thinking about work all the time. Thanks so much for talking to me, though. I really feel better after this.
Of course. I hope you find that person just for you, Holly. I really do.
Hey, Mia. Where's the most hardworking and most lovable girlfriend in the whole wide world? I've been waiting for you to come home all day now. I mean, it's getting really late. Usually you're home by 6 o'clock and it's already 6:30. I'm wondering what you're doing. I really miss you, you know? I had a whole night planned for us. I had dinner ready, your bath prepared, and I was even gonna give you a massage. I know how hard you work, and I want to make sure that you get the best treatment.
Well, would you look at that? You're still the best boyfriend as usual, aren't you? Thanks for caring about me, darling. I know I'm a little bit late today. I'm really bogged down with the things that I have to do at work. We've got a horrible situation here. We have that new girl who's just not in the right place at the moment. Her mind is scattered all over the place. Every day, it's just miss after miss. She calls to say sorry and that she won't do it again, but I just know that she will do something again another 10 minutes later. That's when I end up having to clean up after her mess. I'm pretty exhausted and I would love to come home and spend time with you, but the fact of the matter is that I have to stay here. I've got to fix the catastrophe that happened today.
Oh my God, that sounds pretty bad, doesn't it? Sounds like things are really tough at work. I'm so sorry that you have to deal with that every day. I wish there was something I could do about it.
You just do what you always do best, honey. Just stay at home and take care of me. Anyway, what did you get up to today?
Oh, you know, nothing much. Just a typical day for me. I woke up and I treated myself to a beautiful breakfast of pancakes. Then I ate the pizza that we had left over from yesterday. From that point on, I just did my thing, you know? Got back into gaming and enjoyed myself. Really immersed myself in the worlds that they've created for me.
That sounds good. So it looks like you had a really relaxing day.
Yeah, that's right. But it's really boring, you know? I wish you just came home. I wish you didn't have to work.
Well, that'd be pretty tough, wouldn't it? I mean, if I didn't have work, that would mean that you would have to work for us. Would you be comfortable with that?
Oh, wow, me working? No way. That is way too scary. I don't even know what I would do. I think I'd be panicking so much that I wouldn't even be able to move.
You really think working is that hard? Come on. I'm pretty sure you'll get used to it as long as you give it a go. How about you get a part-time job somewhere somewhat easy? Maybe a fast food restaurant or something?
Are you kidding me? You actually want me to go get a job at McDonald's or something? Have you seen the people that work in there? They're running around all over the place. They've got sirens and noises bleeping at them all the time. There is no way that I'd be able to handle that environment. No, trust me. Working is just not for me. I don't recommend it. I'd rather do what I've always done and just have me be the most lovable husband that stays at home and you be the one that brings in the cash bags.
Okay, are you sure about that? You really think you can't work? I mean, fair enough. Maybe fast food's not for you. Maybe we can find some little gentle area with a nice tiny convenience store in it. You know, just a place that doesn't get a lot of traffic. A place where you can basically just relax and get used to the job in a very smooth manner. Don't you think that's a good idea?
Are you kidding me? A job where I don't do anything, basically? That scares me more than the McDonald's job. I mean, I'd be so worried that I should do something that I feel like I would do something silly.
Come on, are you kidding me right now? I've just listed 2 of the easiest jobs in the world, and you still feel like you can't do it?
Look, I just think that some people are built for some things and some people are built for others. When it comes to work, I don't think that's for me. It's just not my forte. I'm the type of guy that really excels at just relaxing and having fun.
I'm gonna be honest with you, as much as I love you, what you're saying right now is pretty pretentious. I mean, who doesn't excel at relaxing and having fun? That's something we all want to do. But anyway, you know what? I guess it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're a good guy, so we just have to take the good with the bad.
Hey, are you actually sad about the fact that I'm not working? Is this an issue for you? Mia, I thought that you were okay with the arrangement that we had.
Yeah, no, look, it's fine. I get it and whatever, it is what it is. I mean, I'd rather be married to a guy like you than married to some guy that's constantly seeing girls behind my back and constantly putting me down. That would be an even worse situation, to be honest.
Yeah, you know what? That's a really good way to look at it. I mean, think about it. There's a lot of pretty bad guys out there. You are lucky that you didn't get one of them.
You're not wrong about that.
Anyway, I'm really excited for when you come home, honey. Honestly, I do get lonely here, you know? I'll come home more often.
Trust me, I know about it. You talk to me about your loneliness every day. You know, how about you go out and do something social for once, Theo? Why don't you join a community or something? Go hiking. Or maybe even try rock climbing. Do something outdoors. Something that involves you and other people. Maybe that way you won't feel so lonely all the time. Or better yet, you could just get a job.
No, come on, are you serious right now? I am not the type of guy to do that kind of thing.
What? You're not the type of guy to socialize? You're a human being, right? I'm not married to some alien that doesn't need social interaction. Let me know if I am, because it's not too late for me to get a divorce.
Hey, come on, don't say something like that. Do you know how devastated I'd be if I had to get a divorce with you? That would just kill me. I don't know what I would do.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why don't you go make some friends? Don't tell me it's something that you don't want to do.
Okay, well, look, it's not like I don't want to make friends or anything, but I just don't really know how to. I mean, I don't really have any friends in the first place.
Are you kidding me? You don't have any friends at all? Not even one?
Well, I mean, I've got you, of course, and the guys online.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about me, Theo. And I'm certainly not talking about the creeps you talk to online. I'm talking about someone else that you can hang out with besides me. I'm gonna be honest, it's not good for you to cling to me all the time. It's not healthy. I want you to have your own life too. You don't have any other friends apart from me?
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly. I do have one friend.
Okay, well, that's good. At least you have one friend. Who are they? A best friend from high school? An ex-lover or something?
No, it's my mom.
Oh, wow. Okay, your mom. That really overprotective woman that still treats you like you're 6 years old?
I know, right? My mom is really amazing. She's always taken care of me. She's a really good mother.
Is she really, though? Look, I didn't want to say anything earlier on in our relationship because I didn't want to create any bad blood between us. But I was really worried about your relationship with your mom. I mean, do you really think that she's a good parent?
Of course she is. Why wouldn't she be a good parent? She's been trying to be my parent my whole life. She's always trying to look after me. Isn't that what a parent is meant to do?
Okay, yeah, maybe to some extent. But you have to admit that at some point that stuff has to stop, right?
What do you mean by that?
Well, what I mean is that at some point you need to give the kids some room to fly. You know, let them develop a little bit of independence and let them grow on their own, right? They can't just be sheltered their whole lives. They end up like you, just playing games all day with no friends around them.
Hey, come on. Don't say that like it's a bad thing or anything. I mean, this is the part about me you like the most, right? You're always talking about how sweet and loving I am. I think it's for that exact reason that I don't have friends, which is why I am the way that I am.
Okay, well, you might have a point there. You're not wrong about that. But at the same time, just being a little bit more social and less dependent would go a long way too. I mean, let's face it, we're not exactly the best relationship in the world, are we?
Hey, come on. Are we really that bad? I thought we had something good going. You always tell me how happy you are with me.
Well, I mean, yeah, Theo, obviously I'm happy. But just because I'm happy doesn't mean it's the best that we can be. We can definitely be a lot better. We can definitely be a stronger couple if we tried. Look, all I'm asking is that you make a couple of adjustments that will benefit us. And hey, you know what? I think you're gonna like it too. It's going to benefit you as well. Just think about it. Think about how much happier you would be with yourself if you knew you could do certain things. If you had the confidence to get a job done, or if you had the social validation from other people. I'm telling you, it's probably going to do wonders for your mentality. I really think you should give it a go.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, it's kind of scary, to be honest. I don't really do that kind of thing. That's not how I live my life.
Are you serious right now? Is that honestly the attitude you're going to take? For once in your life, you're not just going to put on the parachute and jump out of the plane? You're never going to do something that's a little bit dangerous, a little bit exciting? You just want to live on the safe side all the time?
Yeah, I do. I mean, think about it. Look at all the games that I play. I do dangerous things all the time. Do you know the type of action scenes they have in there? It is crazy. It's like you see in the movies. It is so thrilling. And you know what? I can experience that without even having to put myself in harm's way. It is the best way to live life, actually.
I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about that. I guess if this is the guy I'm married to, then I don't really have a choice. At least you don't do anything like cheat on me. I guess I don't really have much to complain about.
Are you okay, Mia? It sounds like you're really sad about this.
Look, I'm not really sad. I'm just a little bit disappointed, I guess. At the end of the day, I'm not the best girl in the world. I mean, I'm not the prettiest. I'm definitely not the cutest. I don't have a personality that guys chase after, so I can't expect the best boyfriend. I'll just deal with what I've got.
Hey, come on, stop talking like I'm worth nothing. I'm a pretty good guy, aren't I?
Yeah, you are. Anyway, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be talking about this. We're in a good, happy marriage. Everything works fine. So if there's no problem, why try and fix it, right?
Yeah, you know what? That's the exact type of mentality that you should have. I think that's a really good way of thinking, Mia. I mean, think about it. If I was hanging out with friends and stuff all the time, I wouldn't have any time to give you those massages you love, right? In the end, all of this works out, I guess. Anyways, How about I pick up your mood a little bit? What are you doing next weekend? Do you have any business meetings or anything like that? I was thinking that you and I go on a trip. We can do something fun. Maybe we can go to a hotel or some sort of resort, an expensive place. Somewhere with a lot of fancy food and a lot of cool tourist destinations around it. We can have a ball and then come home and just watch movies all night. Cuddle underneath the blankets and gossip. Doesn't that sound amazing? You've got the money for it, right? You're earning so much in your company.
Yes, as always. I have the money to do whatever you want. I'm taking care of everything. Pretty much any desire you have, I should be able to provide with the amount of money I earn. But unfortunately, what I don't have is time.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, look, at the moment, I'm working at the main office for the company and I've been doing a really good job here. But they've been having some issues at one of the smaller branches. They've specifically asked me, because of my history and reputation, to go there and actually fix what's going on. I'll be going there next weekend. I probably won't be back for a while.
Are you kidding me? I can't believe this. Is this actually happening? So you're gonna leave me alone, aren't you? I'm not gonna be able to see you?
Well, yeah, that's exactly what's happening. You're not gonna be able to see me.
Oh, come on, are you serious right now? I can't believe you would make a decision like this. I can't believe that you would leave me on my own.
What are you talking about here? This is something that I have to do. It's what my work requires of me. Are you really trying to say that I made this decision to intentionally leave you alone or something?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that, but you could at least think a little bit about how I feel, right? I mean, I'm gonna miss you and everything.
Okay, well, if you're gonna miss me that much, how about you just come with me?
Oh, wow, that's a great idea. How about we just do that? I can just come with you and we can enjoy the journey together. It'd be like a holiday.
Well, actually, no. It's not gonna be like a holiday. Let me remind you that I'm working. But you know what? It'll be the exact same as here. I mean, I'll be going to work and then I'll come home at night. We can have the same routine that we always do. Well, with a little minor changes here and there. We're going to be moving to a very rural area after all.
Hold on a second. What did you say?
Yeah, that's right. The place I'm moving to doesn't offer the amount of luxury that we have here. It doesn't have a supermarket down the road for you to get your groceries. It doesn't have an arcade for you to enjoy your afternoon, and it doesn't have a movie theater for us to have cute date nights together. It's gonna be really basic. So if you're fine with that, I'd be happy for you to come.
Come on, are you serious? That sounds really dull. Like, are we gonna be living next to some sort of farm or something?
Well, not exactly. I mean, it still has some level of city development. But if you have to give a word to it, I would say it's pretty bland.
Wow, okay, that doesn't sound good at all. I'm not really sure if I want to go now.
Are you kidding me? Is that how much the city means to you? Do you really need all of this expensive extravagance to have fun, Theo?
Well, yeah, kinda. I mean, this is what I'm used to. I don't want to move to an area where I don't get the amount of cool services that I do now. I don't really know if I could survive in that type of environment.
Oh well, if that's the case, you're just gonna have to stay here then.
Come on, are you serious right now? Can't you, tell them to send someone else? Does this really have to end with you and me being apart?
Well, if you can't stand moving to an area that's not as developed as this one, then yeah, we're gonna have to be apart. I can't exactly tell my company no. Think about the reputation I have. The reason why I earned the amount of money I have and have been promoted to the position that I'm in is because I sacrificed back and bone for the company. My work is my life. They appreciate that type of thing. And if I suddenly just say no, then there goes my reputation down the toilet. Come on, Theo, surely you understand.
Yeah, okay, look, I get it. Fine, your work really means a lot too. I guess I'm gonna be alone again. I'm just gonna miss you so much. I'm gonna miss your little smile. I'm gonna miss your little cuddles. I'm gonna miss the touch of your body. Oh, you know I really love giving you massages.
And you know what? I enjoy getting those massages, but a little bit of time might do us some good. Like I was saying before, it's about time you developed a little bit of independence. Maybe this is a good opportunity for you to do exactly that. You can get a part-time job. You can go out there and meet new people, make some more friends. Trust me, don't look at this as a bad thing. Look at it as a good thing.
Really? That's really the way that you want me to think about this?
It definitely is. Anyway, look, I still got a big mess to clean up here at work. I can't talk to you forever. I promise you that I'll be back tonight. Don't stay up for me. Make sure you get some rest. And don't worry about me going away. Everything's gonna be fine.
Okay, honey, if that's what you say, I'll do my best. I don't know how to feel about this, though. It's kind of like when my mom used to go back to work. It's making me really sad again.
Hey, Mia. It's been a couple weeks since you started your business trip. I hope you're having fun down there. I know there aren't a lot of exciting things to do, so I thought I'd send you a message and try to lighten up your mood a bit. You know, give you some sort of excitement so you can get on with your day. How are you? How are things?
Well, if it isn't Holly, I wasn't expecting to get a message from you. Everything's going fine here. I mean, they've got a horrible situation at the branch, but I'm slowly starting to pick up the pieces for them. As usual, it seems like I'm always on cleanup duty. It's nothing that I'm not used to anyway. As for the town, it does have its charm to it, so I'm still enjoying myself, but I know it's gonna wear off at some point. I'm really keen to get back home, though. I really do miss my partner.
Oh, I bet you do. I mean, he was giving you massages and everything, right? He was such a sweet guy. I think any girl would miss a guy like that.
Yeah, well, now that I'm away from him, I feel really bad. Like, I gave him a little bit of a lecture before I left, told him that he needs to do something about himself, but at the end of the day, I really love him. He's such a loyal guy and does everything that he can for me. He never does anything to hurt me. So, I really need to apologize when I get back there. He's perfect the way he is. I shouldn't expect anything of him.
Yeah, well, for a girl like you, I think it's okay to make those demands. I mean, you're earning all the money in the household, right? I don't want to speak badly about him. I think he's an awesome guy, but he doesn't exactly do anything, does he? He doesn't work, and he just kind of bums off at you. I mean, do you even realize that?
Yeah, look, I already know. I've known for a long time now. I've come to terms with it. But anyway, how's things back there? Are you holding the fort for me? You know, you were causing a lot of issues before I left. I'm really worried that the person I had left in charge isn't handling things. I'm not sure if they're used to cleaning up the mess that you usually make.
Hey, come on! Stop looking down on me like that. You act like I'm the worst worker in the world or something. But you know what? Everything's going great. I mean, I'm doing well here, and there's no issues at work. Everything's going smoothly. I think I finally picked myself up and got on the horse.
Oh, really? That's great. I'm glad to hear that. What happened all of a sudden?
Can I tell you? Is it really okay to tell you? Oh my god. I just can't help myself. I have to. Okay, so the fact of the matter is that I've actually met someone recently. I met a guy.
No way. Did you actually? That's amazing. You finally met one, huh? Is he good? Does he treat you properly?
Oh, yeah. This one's a real sweetheart. In fact, he reminds me a lot of your husband. He's a little bit of a dork, but he's absolutely adorable.
Oh, wow. Really? Well, tell me more about him.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Much like your husband, he doesn't have a job. He's got a serious gaming addiction, and he's not really socially calibrated, you know?
Interesting. He does sound a lot like my husband, doesn't he? Tell me a little bit more about him.
Well, look, he's a really sweet guy. He told me he's never even had a girlfriend before. He's had a really rough time meeting people, and he feels like I'm the only person that's actually nice to him. At the moment, he's not working, and he's lived with his mom his whole life. She's been the one that's provided for him. He said he's been feeling lonely for a really long time now, and he just wants that one person to come see him. Just that one person that he could spend time with. He's a really sweet guy. I've never met anyone like him before.
This is crazy. It's uncanny how much he resembles my husband. I gotta say, I've dealt with this type of person before. I know they seem like a really good candidate at first, but you have to realize that he's gonna be a little bit of a burden down the road. I mean, I love my husband to bits, but I'd be lying if I said it didn't come with its drawbacks. Are you really sure you're prepared to date someone like this? Don't you want to be with someone who's a little bit more competent?
Oh, come on! Are you serious right now, Mia? You and I have both been down that road, right? We know that there's nothing for us there. We're not the type of person that gets along with those people. They're not the person that's gonna treat us right. It's these meeker types that we are suited for. These guys that don't really know what they're doing. And in all honesty, if this guy is anything like your husband, then I'd be more than happy about it. I'd love to get massages after a hard day's work. I'd love to get flowers given to me unexpectedly. This is the type of thing that I'm chasing after. It's what I've wanted this whole time.
Well, Holly, if you're happy with that, then I can't argue against you. I mean, it sounds like you found someone you really like. And if they're putting you in a good enough mood to get the job done, then I couldn't be any happier for you. Congratulations. I hope things go well for you from this point on.
Yeah, thanks. Me too. I'm gonna see him in a couple of weeks. I hope our second date goes well. He better not do anything to surprise me.
Hi, darling. How are you? It's been a while, hasn't it? I just want to say thank you for being such a good husband. I know how long you've been waiting for me. I know it must have been torture. I just want you to know that I'm going to come home very soon. I've pretty much done what I can here at the smaller branch. I had a decent time and I met some really good people. Now it's time for me to come home. It's time for me to get back to my real job and, most of all, to get back with my husband.
Oh, hey Mia. How are you? I'm really glad to hear from you. It sounds like things weren't good over there. I'm glad. I'm really excited to see you too.
Are you really? I know you must have missed me so much. I just want to say sorry for all the things I said to you before I left. I mean, I don't think you really deserve to hear that. You didn't deserve to be put down. I just want you to know that you're an amazing husband and I'm really excited to see you again. I really want to go on a date when I get back there.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Are you free on the 3rd? I'm thinking about taking the day off and just going out for once. Have a nice lunch. Maybe stay in a hotel for the night. You know, kind of like we used to before we were married.
Oh, wow, honey. I don't know what to think about that. I mean, I actually have plans for the 3rd.
Oh, really? You actually have plans? That's pretty rare coming from you.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like you said. At some point, I need to get out of my shell, right? I actually have some friends, and I'm planning to see them on the 3rd.
Well, isn't that amazing? Look at you guys. I didn't know my husband had it in him. I guess you always are a surprise to me, aren't you?
Am I really? Are you proud of me?
Of course I'm proud of you. I mean, you're already such a good husband to begin with, but now you're actually getting some friends as well? I'm so happy with you, darling. It's clear that you went out of your way to try to impress me.
You wanted to do something that made me happy.
Yeah. Look, something like that. That's what I wanted to do. I was doing this for you.
Exactly. Okay, well, listen. You know that I'm coming back soon, so I'm really looking forward to seeing you. I guess I'll just see you on the 4th then.
Right, yeah. Let's do that. We'll hang out on the 4th.
Okay, I'm really excited to see you. Who knows? I might even get you some really cool souvenirs. Hey honey, how are you? I know you're out seeing your friend today. I just want to know what you're up to. This is kind of weird. I feel the same way you feel now. All those times you kept saying that you were lonely and that you wanted to see me. I'm starting to feel that same thing. I'm a little bit jealous that you're out there with your friends, but at the same time, I want you to do what makes you happy. It's good that you're out there socializing. How are you?
Mia, just look, don't talk to me right now. I'm in a really serious state at the moment.
Are you serious? What's going on? Did something happen while you were out with your friends?
No, look, I didn't even get to see them in the first place. You're not going to believe what happened. My friend was actually hit by a car. They're in the hospital right now.
I'm sorry? What did you say? They're in the hospital? Is everything okay? Do you need me to drive you there?
No, look, it's fine. I'm almost at the hospital now. I took a bus here. I can't believe this happened. This is all my fault. I shouldn't have invited them today. I should have just canceled and hung out with you. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm so worried about them. I don't know what's gonna happen to them.
Oh my God, Theo! I'm so sorry. You must be so stressed out right now. I wish I could do something. Look, I think you need your space, and I'm just gonna give you that. I hope everything works out, though. Let me know what happens to your friend.
Okay, I will.
Also, there's one last thing I want to say to you before you go.
Yeah? What's that?
I love you.
Oh, yeah, well, me too.
Hey, darling, look, I know I said I'd give you some space, but I'm getting really worried about you now. It's getting late and you haven't come home. Is everything okay there? I'm not really sure what condition your friend is in, but you need to get your sleep. I'm pretty sure she has family and friends around her, right? I want you to come home, or at least I want you to check in and let me know that you're fine. I am your wife at the end of the day. I get worried.
Look, Mia, I really don't want to talk to you right now. I don't even have the strength to type on my phone.
Are you kidding me? Do you want to call her or something? What's happened? Tell me right now.
Look, I can't bring it to words. My hands are shaking. My lips are quivering. If I actually speak it, it's gonna become reality. I'm gonna accept it as true.
Accept what is true? Come on, darling. You're making me so worried here. I want to know what's going on. I want to be there for you. I want to take care of you. Just come home and talk to me. I'm your wife. I love you, and I'm always going to be here to support you.
Just stop it. Stop it now. Stop talking to me.
Don't talk to me that way. I'm trying to help you. Just let the other friends and family take care of it. You've spent enough time there for one night.
They're dead now. Damn it. Don't you realize that they're dead? Can't you just shut up now?
I'm sorry. What?
My friend that was hit by a car? They were in critical condition, and the doctors weren't sure if she was gonna make it out or not. Well, guess what? She wasn't able to. She's passed away now.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I should have been more sensitive. Are you okay? Please don't hate me for this. I was only trying to be a good wife. I was only trying to be there for you. I didn't know that actually happened. Oh my God, you must be feeling so bad right now. I can't even imagine what it would feel like.
No, you can't. You really can't imagine how it would feel, could you? Just leave me alone. I really don't want to talk to you.
I've never seen this side of you before. Theo, I'm really scared. You're not gonna do anything, are you? Can you please just come home and just be by my side? I just need to make sure you're safe. You don't even need to talk. You can just think about things on your own, but I just want you here. I want to know that you're not gonna do anything stupid.
I'm sorry, but I just don't feel like seeing anyone at the moment. I just want to be on my own. I just want to be here with them.
Okay, honey, I understand. This person must have meant a lot to you. They must have been really close. I mean, you only met them recently, right? They must have been a really amazing person. I wish I could have met them. Are you gonna have a funeral for your friend?
Yes, they're gonna have the funeral in a couple of weeks. They want me to speak at it. It's gonna be one of the most emotional experiences of my whole life. I've never done anything like this before.
Okay, honey. Well, I just want you to know that I'm always gonna be here for you. If you need me to come to that funeral, just let me know.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Are you okay? I mean, I know something terrible has happened, but you've never really talked to me this way before. You're so cold to me now.
Look, can you just leave me alone? I mean, I get it. I'm not as nice as I usually am, but look at the facts. I just had something really terrible and tragic happen to me. Can you just give me the space I need?
Okay, honey, you're right. That's exactly what I should do. I'm sorry for intruding on your space. I know you want to be alone. I love you. Goodbye. Hey, you! What the hell is that all about? Don't you dare ignore me right now. I want you to answer for what happened today. What the hell did I see?
Mia, what is going on? Why are you getting so angry at me? I just had a funeral.
Why do you think I'm getting angry at you? You know what you did wrong. I want you to confess.
You seem emotional right now. Are you really gonna talk to me that way? Don't you realize the type of day that I had? I mean, I had to go to the funeral of someone that I considered my best friend. I am really upset, and I don't really know what I've done to annoy you, but I really just want you to leave me alone right now.
Oh, no, you don't. You listen here, buddy. You don't get a get-out-of-jail-free card just because you're a little bit sad. You've done the wrong thing, and I finally found out what it was.
What are you talking about right now?
What I'm talking about is the fact that you and I went to the same funeral today.
What did you just say?
Yeah, that's right. Let me tell you, when I heard about your friend dying, I had no idea that that person who got hit by the car would happen to be someone that I worked very closely with. Someone who was more than just a workmate to me. Someone that I saw as a disciple. Someone that I was bringing up. And most of all, someone I saw as a friend. This person had such a kind-hearted soul. When I heard the news of her death, I was absolutely destroyed by it. You and I were both going to a funeral today. I gave you my apologies that I wouldn't be able to attend it with you. Little did I know that you and I were going to the same funeral. We were going to the same funeral where you were one of the main speakers. And from what you were saying and the impression that you gave everyone, you were her husband?
Wait, what the hell? Oh, this is crazy. What is going on right now? Are you saying that you and I went to the same funeral and you actually saw that? You saw everything that happened?
I saw every little bit. And you know what? I sat there in silence today. I was in a really bad mood. I was sad. I was more than sad. I was more despondent than I've ever been. I didn't know if I could make it through today without crying. I had a lot of promise with Holly. I mean, she was making mistakes everywhere, but she was a good person. And you know what? The moment she thought she found someone that was actually decent, someone that was good for her, she started doing really well at work. At least that's what I heard. I was hoping at some point that I could raise her to be in my position, raise her to take over what I have to do so that I can move on to better things. I was sad beyond measure at the fact that she passed away. But you know what? That sadness quickly turned into rage. I saw you up there talking about her, talking about the time that you spent together, talking about how much of a brilliant wife she was. I sat there in utter rage and bitterness. I wasn't going to disrespect her at her own funeral. I wasn't going to cause a scene in front of everyone, but I certainly was going to pull you up about it. I wasn't going to let you get away with this.
Oh my God. I can't believe what's going on right now. I thought that you weren't gonna find out. I thought I could have gotten away with this.
I bet you did, didn't you? I mean, think about that. You were able to cheat on me with someone else and they even died. The evidence is gone, right? You could have gotten away with it scot-free. I gotta say, I really had a lot of respect for you. You were so much better than the guys I met up until this point. But after this, I'd have to say that you're even worse than them.
Don't talk to me that way. You have got no idea what is going on.
I've got a pretty good idea what's going on, actually. Don't try to argue otherwise. The only thing I want to know is what the hell was going on here. You only just met her, right? Why are you acting like you were her husband or something?
Well, look, that wasn't my choice or anything. I was roped into this thing. Mia, you have to understand me.
What do you mean you were roped into it?
Well, look, where do I even begin? I'll start from the very beginning. I'll admit it. It's true, I cheated on you. I sought the company of another woman.
Why, though? Why would you do this?
Well, think about it. You left me on my own, right? I wanted to be with someone. I didn't know what to do. I mean, I tried to stay home for a couple of days, but I just couldn't do it. I needed someone by my side. It didn't have to be you. It just had to be someone.
So what, you just decided to go cheat on me then?
I thought if it was only temporary, that it would be okay. I wasn't too serious about it, but that girl, Holly, she was just so keen on me. She wanted to move things really fast. I mean, we had one day, and I'll admit it, it was really fun. It seemed like she really liked me too. And then on the second day, I thought that we were gonna have the same experience. Little did I know that she would actually be taking me to her parents' house.
She did what now?
Yeah, that's right. You see, apparently she's been having such a bad time with guys that a person like me was a fresh experience for her. She had so much confidence that I was a decent guy that she invited me to her parents' house. Can you believe what she said at that point? She actually told her parents that we were married. She said that I was her husband. Her parents had been under that impression the whole time, though.
Really now? So that's why you were standing up there pretending that you were married to her?
Exactly. I couldn't say no, could I?
Well, what are you talking about? You could have said no. Don't try and act like you were powerless in this situation.
No, you don't get it. There is no way that I could have said no. I mean, think about it. Everything would have been for nothing. I wouldn't have been able to get my shot at the money.
What are you talking about right now? What money?
Okay, well, look, the fact of the matter is that her parents had a lot of respect for me. When they met me, they thought I was a really good guy. They thought I was really treating Holly well. I mean, this is crazy, right? I've only met her 2 times and they already have this impression of me. They think we've been married for ages. So when they found out that Holly died, they were absolutely distraught about it. They said they could sense how much I meant to Holly and how much I cared for her. They said that they knew the pain of losing her would be great as it happened. Holly had a massive inheritance. Her parents were saving up money for when she was an adult, and her bank account was loaded. They said that money doesn't mean anything to them, and they were going to give it to me. I was the one that deserved it the most. I was the one that gave Holly the most happiness in her life.
You absolute cretin. How could you?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, you heard me. So that's what you're doing, are you? You're pretending that you were her husband so you can get more money? I can't believe a guy like you has gotten this far in his life and hasn't paid for it.
Look at the way you're talking to me right now. You're speaking to me with such contempt. I've never heard you talk to me this way before, Mia.
Well, it's long overdue, I'll be honest. I thought you were a decent guy. The type that wouldn't cheat on me. The type that wouldn't do anything to harm me. Because of that, I looked past your shortcomings. I thought it was fine as long as you were an honest and genuine person. But to think that you would mislead my best friend, a sweet girl like that? Who knows what would have happened if she were still alive? Who knows what trouble you two would have gotten yourselves into? Maybe you would have gotten her pregnant. Maybe she would have realized the truth that you were actually married. And not only that, you were married to the person that she was working for. Can you even imagine how bad she would feel about that? Do you know how sad she would have felt? You have no idea the past that she had with guys. She's been hurt over and over again, and you're just adding more hurt on top of that. And not only that, it seems like you have no remorse. You don't care about her at all.
Oh, that's not true. Don't you dare say that about me. I cared for her. We were really close after seeing each other for a second time.
You were already that close? Come on, be honest with me. The only thing you care about is the money. I'm done with you. I don't want to speak to you ever again.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. We're getting a divorce.
Are you serious? You find out that I'm getting this massive fortune and you're actually gonna leave me?
Of course I am. You keep that damn money. In fact, you can't actually. I'm gonna make sure that that money never gets to you.
What are you talking about right now?
I'm talking about the parents. They deserve to know what really happened with their daughter. They deserve to know that money doesn't belong in your hands in the first place.
Wait, hang on a second. Don't do that. Oh, come on. There's no need to get bitter about this. Just because you and I had a falling out doesn't mean that you can just go out of your way to make my life a living hell.
Oh, you don't get it, do you? I'm not doing this to make your life hell. I'm doing it because it's right. I'm doing it because I don't want the memory of my friend to be tarnished by you. You're not getting that money. And you know what? It's probably going to be even worse than that. From what Holly told me, her dad was very protective of her. I think the moment he finds out that the man who was about to take his money is this much of a piece of crap, I don't know if his anger is going to be kept in check. Who knows what he's going to do?
Oh my God, please don't talk like that. Mia, this is your husband. You have to care about me. You know I can't handle myself in a fight or anything. That guy's gonna absolutely destroy me. Oh, please don't tell him. I'm begging you. I'll do anything. Do you want a massage? I'll give you the best massage in the world. I can guarantee you that much. I'll be whatever you want me to be. Just don't tell him anything. Mia? Mia!
Theo got what was coming to him after that. I found out the address of her parents and I went to the house in a very solemn manner. They thanked me for coming to the funeral, but I told them that I didn't bring any good news. I gave them the truth about my husband. I told them what had happened and how Holly got herself mixed up with him. They listened very intently. Throughout the whole thing, the dad didn't show any emotion. When I finally got to the end of the story, he closed his eyes briefly, opened them again, and all you could see was malice. He asked me in a very soft and subdued tone where Theo lived, and I gave him the address. He left through the door in a calm and composed manner. I think he was trying to hold back his anger until he got to the place. From what I heard, Theo went through an absolute nightmare dealing with the dad. He got called every name in the book. I know Theo and his nature. He's very sensitive and not used to that type of thing. From what I heard, he was crying his eyes out in the corner of his room. Holly's dad questioned if he was even a real man. He was trying to get him to stand up and face him, Theo refused to do so, begged him to go away and leave him alone, to not do anything to hurt him. He was crouched in a ball in that corner. Holly's dad was not satisfied with that, and he looked around the room. He saw that Theo had a very impressive gaming collection. He saw that he had a very expensive computer too. Theo was too terrified to open his eyes. But the moment he did, he realized that Holly's dad was gone, and the place was absolutely destroyed. He doesn't have any gaming that he can do from this point on now, and he doesn't have anyone to fund it either. He's just gonna have to get a new job and buy his games back again. He should have learned a good lesson from this. Who knows? Maybe he'll even get a job and start to grow up for once. As for me, it's quite sad that the person I loved for this long turned out to be the person that he is. I mean, I understand that he has abandonment issues and that he has a severe distaste for being on his own, but it doesn't excuse his actions. I've gotten to the point in my life where I feel like love is just not for me. The only thing I'm doing now is living for myself. I feel like Holly is out there looking at me, and I don't want to do anything that makes her disappointed. I only knew her for a brief period of time, but I really grew to like her. I hope she looks down on me and all the things I do and is proud of it. I'm going to work hard and make sure no guy betrays my trust again. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please remember to click the like button. See you in the next video.